Okay, so here's what I added to Everyone Dies. I technically turned this into a top one, an actual top one. Well, actually, no, I turned it into a top 0. It is now a Turnus difficulty. Watch, I'm not done yet. But the thing I'm doing is turning into a Turnus. I'm obviously not extending it. I'm just buffing it. Adding some more gimmicks and stuff. I didn't really add it. I'm not trying to add too many. I'm not really trying to add any orbs. I'm just trying to add more buffs to spikes and more spikes and stuff. I didn't buff too much yet, but I buffed the start something right here. I turned this into a quadruple spike, and it's literally like a 260 FPS frame perfect. I've only made this jump. Okay, never mind. It's not 250 FPS frame perfect anymore. It's like a 60 FPS frame perfect. But I just did it 2 times in a row. Yeah, like 60 FPS frame perfect. Okay, now this might be a 260 FPS frame perfect now. Yeah, this is definitely like a 260 FPS frame perfect now. This level is so cooked when I'm done with it. Anyways. And I made the first jump like 60 FPS frame perfect. It's pretty hard because you gotta like line up the auto control mid-air, which makes it not that hard to. Mostly, if you're doing this jump, you're not really gonna die to these spikes. You're probably gonna die to one of those because those two are like the ones that are in the way. It makes the first jump really hard. So I don't actually know if it's 60 FPS perfect. I can kind of like make this. Honestly, this could be 100 something FPS. I'm not actually sure. I just know sometimes I can make decisions that take me a few attempts. But I just know it's like I just know it's frame perfect, that's all I know. And here's another thing I buffed. I buffed this jump. I think it used to be a double jump. Now it's a triple jump. I was gonna move this structure down, but I changed my mind because I feel like it wouldn't like match the decoration too much. Because I already did it with the quadruple spike, which already kind of mixes it up a little bit. So I'm not trying to buff everything because it'll just make it actually never be verified. If I'm gonna actually verify this in the future. I made this a triple spike also. I didn't move it in because I'm like, I think it's fine as a normal triple spike. It doesn't make it a frame perfect, I think. I think it's still like a hard jump though. It's still a pretty hard jump. Not frame perfect though. See, that jump, it's not bad. But it's still hard. That is no doubt after me buffing it again on this video. This is definitely a 260 FPS frame perfect now. And I didn't buff anything over here yet, right there. I might not do too much to that part, but I'm probably going to start buffing some parts over here. Right there, I'm not going to buff too much. I'm probably going to do some buffs probably like over here maybe. I'm not sure what I'm going to buff there yet, but I also buffed the last spike and turned it into a club step monster. And that's like a frame perfect, which is a bad thing. Yeah, I accidentally turned the last jump into a difficulty. It's funny because you said not to add medium spikes, and earlier I actually turned it into a Turnus jump, and I was like, what if I just had a Turnus jump at the end? But if you do think about letting me add medium spikes, I'd probably add a Turnus jump at the end. But yeah, if you do see the video, that's what I did to the last jump. I made it a frame perfect, which is terrible. I'm kind of evil, anyways. I don't like being evil, but sometimes it's funny. I didn't do anything to this yet. I might not really add any jumps over here after all the frame perfect and stuff. I might add a few jumps over here. But if you don't want me to add any jumps over here, you could say something in the comments because it is kind of like a transition. But I could add jumps. I mean, it is supposed to be top 1. It wouldn't be hard jump, so since it's already the end of the level right there. It's already a frame perfect at the last part. I didn't add anything else. I only added the last jump frame perfect, the first jump frame perfect, and a little bit harder jump right there, and a frame perfect right there. That's all I added right now. Anyways, if anybody else is watching, the one buffing is made by this guy I was watching earlier. It's made by Prognosta. I don't really know how to say it, but also, if you are watching this, please subscribe to him, because all the level is made by him. And if you want to support the level, you should subscribe to him. Anyways, if the person who made this level is watching, then if there's anything else that you want to make sure I don't do, you can say it in the comments. And everybody else, have a nice day. And you.